Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 5 of our All the Mods 7 Season 2 Let's Play series, where today we're working on setting up an automated create crop farm so we can get some source generated for Ars Nouveau so we can, do things. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful sunny day here on Beach TheAndrata, where today we are going to work on, continue working with Ars Nouveau. So if you didn't watch my Enigmatica 6 episode that I came out with yesterday, I am doing fairly well with the whole COVID thing and everything. Major symptom that I have left now is a cough. So if the episode cuts randomly, it's probably because I had a nice coughing fit and everything like that. My voice still may sound a little bit off. And as those coughing instances come up, you might hear my voice get a little bit more strained and everything. But we're working with it. We're living with it. We're doing good. Overall, my health has improved. Mainly just the fatigue and the cough is all that I have left. But I'm bored out of my mind. I've got another day of isolating from my wife and my dogs and everything, just sitting in bed, watching stuff on my iPad. I've blown through like 4 TV shows, a ton of movies, and just miscellaneous work. So I'm back. I'm here to record and have fun with you guys and play, and we're going to do what we can. So, with all that being said, today is MODPACK Update Day, which actually we've missed quite a few updates since I started this pack. I believe like 4 or 5. Current version of the mod pack is 0.4.22, and I believe I started playing at 18. So yeah, we got quite a few changes. A lot of changes to come with quests. There's more quests in here now. So we have a Tinker's Construct section. There's a Productive Bees section now. There is an Ars Nouveau section. Twilight Forest is in the pack. We can go into Twilight Forest. There may even be more quest lines. I'm not sure. There have been some random rewards added, and if you know me, you know I love random rewards. So like we have a random tier 1 glyph we can get from our scribes table here, and then there's just throughout there's various random rewards. Like we can get a random essence, or we can get just random things, which is cool. I like random rewards that aren't. It depends. I like random rewards that are OP, but that's just because I like the OP-ness of random rewards. Sometimes you can get, you start the Ars Nouveau chapter and you get yourself a master spell book or something. It just makes it so you don't have to tier up so far, and all that stuff makes things a little easier, but at the same time it's a little bit cheesy, so I understand. But random rewards that fit the mod and fit the tier that you're working on, I love. So yeah, we got a bunch of new mod quest lines here. Let's see what else has been changed. There's been obviously some bug fixes and all of that good stuff. There have been a couple different mods added, and a couple different things changed. A lot of recipe changes, a lot of just changes. Check out the change log. It's on CurseForge. If you want, you can look at there and see what's all changed between the versions. We're just going to have fun with it, and we're going to play around. So first things first, I want to go ahead and collect all these quests because we got quite a few here. I don't know what we're going to get out of them all. We got backpack, we got upgrade bases. You're going to give me some gold site, help me to find gold. We're going to get, some getting started ones and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and set up my inventory. Generally, when I collect rewards, I like to set up my inventory so that we know all our rewards are going to go into these 2 slots so I can see, because if they get mixed in, it's hard to know sometimes, especially when we start getting a lot of stuff in our inventory. So let's go ahead. We got a bunch of experience. We're at 45 total levels here, which we actually weren't that far off from that. So let's go ahead and pop upstairs so we can dump all this stuff into our inventory before we go do any work. So as you can see, kind of sort of outside here, I have a little structure set up here, just a small little structure. We're going to set up a create farm today so we can start getting source, so that we can start working on getting some of these other glyphs that we have here, and potentially upgrading ourselves to a tier 2 book soon. Let's see, we are running out of storage very quickly in this iron barrel. We're gonna have to upgrade this to gold. Let's see, we got a gold potion. We got a conjure mage block. I like that. We can learn that. Bam. Conjure mage block allows you to just conjure up a temporary block that you can walk across. Pretty cool. Handy dandy. We're gonna put all our metals inside of this chest now instead of in here. Nuggets and stuff, those can all go in there. But this is gonna be where all the processing takes place. So I mean, I'm going to be popping over here anyway, so might as well. Hey, a golden apple. That's one step towards our feeding upgrade. I just need to get a carrot and glistering melon slices and an ender pearl. Ender pearl, fairly easy enough. We just got to go shoot some endermen. This spell being able to have like massive distance makes things like that super easy, because the enderman, he can't find us. We shoot him, he don't know where we're coming from. A stoned iron furnace upgrade. Kind of don't need that, but that's cool. Water essence. That's nice. I don't know if any of these spells want water essence. It's mostly air essence from what I can tell. But it's cool. We'll take it. I guess you can go in there. You are a sapling, and you go into the woods chest. You go there along with my other dirt. And we need to upgrade this chest. So let's see. What's a gold or iron to gold upgrade? That is just a bunch of gold surrounding a redstone torch. We can make that happen. If I get some redstone, a stick, and then we can just use one of these gold blocks. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Now we can fit more stuff in there, which is what I wanted to do because I have more stuff to fit in there. Anyway, so as you can see from my inventory, I've done a little bit of prep work, not terribly too much, but what we want to do is we're going to create a create farm here, right? And we're going to set that up to be linked with an agronomic source link, which is this guy here. We can go ahead and craft that now. It's going to require 2 gold, some wheat, and one of those source gems that's handy-dandy sitting in my inventory. So agronomic source link, bam. And what this does is when you have items grow, it generates source, right? Agronomic source link, agronomics, when things grow, you get source. What about a source jar is my next step to unlock more quests. So let's go ahead and grab our source jar. Should be able to do so. Just need some glass and some of these planks. And I should have glass somewhere. Or did I use all my glass? Potentially use it all. I found it. There we go. That is you. Need some more slabs. And ta-da. And that's going to get us an extra one too from the quest line. Perfect. So it gets us an extra one, a random reward, and some experience. What was our random reward? Wild and Wings. Sweet. I think I already had a few of those, but that's okay. You can go there. And so what's going to happen is we're going to grow stuff, and then it's going to fill up our source jars. And we have 2 of them, which is great. We actually get a agronomic source link quest rewards. So let's grab that. Conjuration essence. That's cool. What kind of glyphs can you make me? Glyph of summon wolves. As far as I know, this spell is pretty darn ridiculous for fighting. If you're out and about, and actually 1, 2, 3, 4, we just need 3 bones. We could actually, we could make this with all of these. Luckily, we just got those wild and wings and this conjuration essence. We could craft this and get ourselves a glyph of summon wolves, which gives you, and you can use them to fight. You summon the wolves and they'll fight for you, which is pretty cool. And I believe Fangs is an upgraded version of this. You got summon decoy, summon undead, and then summon vex. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to do the wolves thing so we can get wolves going. I'll put those in my backpack. You can see here I have a couple things for future missions and stuff, obviously going into the nether and everything. So yeah, anyway, so what do we need? So we have our setup over here. I've kind of got it set up and laid out for us, but if we take a look, we're going to have to build a structure that has 1, 2, 3, I believe is what I did. 3 mechanical harvesters wide. So how do we do this? Well, we're going to use create to automate this farm so we don't have to do anything fancy with it. If you've seen any of my other playthroughs before, this is basically the exact same farming setup that I've used for every other playthrough because it is easy. It is a very early game and it is automated farming. Early automated farming. You don't have to do any extra work or anything like that. Create makes it so simple and it is like base level create. You don't have to do anything super duper fancy. I do want to go ahead and check out my create quests and see, does it give me my wrench? Yes, it gives me a wrench, which is great. So I can take that off of my to-do list. The wrench is the tool for create. And I just wanted to, check and see where we end up with that. There are a few changes to create in this version of, oh man, I need 32 of those. I'm out of andesite. No, I can make it happen. I'm going to use the last of my andesite, but I mean, come on, 32. I have 31 of them. Let's just grab another andesite alloy, finish that quest line off. Okay. They're having some changes. So, for example, let's get started and dive into this. So there's a couple things that we're going to need. First off, we're going to need our magma block. We're going to need one magma block that's going to provide our heat to get our encased fan spinning. The encased fan is going to require a shaft. Bam. We can make 8 of those. It is going to require a propeller, which is going to require some iron plates and andesite alloy. As you can see, I pre-made some iron plates. And it's going to require a andesite casing. Here's where one of those changes comes in. We either have to deploy this with mechanical deploying, or we can manually item applicate it with some kind of stripped log in an andesite alloy. I have no idea how this works. So let's go ahead and get, let's just get spruce. I don't know if it's going to allow, I saw that it had other logs and stuff in there, but let's just be safe. We also need an axe, which it figures I don't have just a regular axe. I got rid of my axe in order to make my Ars Nouveau spellbook. But yeah, this is a new mechanic, and I'm interested to see what in the heck this is. Okay, so now we have an axe. Sure. So what it says to do is place the andesite alloy on here. Oh, it has to be a stripped log, and then andesite alloy. Oh, and there we go. And it converts it over. Okay. And then we can break it and pick it up. So it converts the log over to an andesite casing. Cool. Different. Cool. All right. So that gets us our encased fan. Perfect. We are also going to need a lever. So while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and grab that. Okay, so that takes care of the encased fan. Now, mechanical saws are going to come into effect later. We will set up a tree farm with this same mechanic, but for now, we're working on the mechanical harvester portion. But we're going to skip the mechanical harvester, and we're going to go with the other things that we need, which is going to be a mechanical bearing. This is going to be what allows us to actually initiate the rotation. It's going to require another andesite casing, some sort of slab, and a shaft. Let's go ahead and get, you know what? Let's just test and see if does it work with these fir logs. Bam, 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 bam. Perfect, it does. That's what I wanted to see. So there we go. We have a few extra andesite casings now, which means we should be able to get a mechanical bearing. Got it. Then we're going to need a radial chassis. Only one. That gets us 3. We only need one of them. And then we're going to need a few linear chassis. And we're going to want a total of, let's do 2 sets of these just to make sure that we have enough, right? Perfect. We're also going to want some super glue, which is going to require some slime balls, so that way we can glue things together. And I think I need iron nuggets for this, right? Bam, bam. Did I reverse it? Ah, 1 iron plate. Figures. Use one of my plates. Sure, buddy. Go ahead. Okay, that takes care of that. Then we need to get our mechanical harvesters. We're going to want a total of 3 of these. I can craft 1 with the amount of iron plates that I have. So let's get some more iron. In order to make the plates, it's fairly simple. It is just this 2 iron and a engineer's hammer is going to make 1 plate. It is 2 to 1, so we want to move on from this as fast as we can in order to get simple 1 to 1, so that way we're not wasting things. I could set up this roller, which would not be terribly too difficult. We already have probably most of the stuff needed to be able to make this, and then we could use our LV power or our EU power that we have going on here to make this and get a roller set up. Potentially, we'll see where I end up. That's probably something I'll just work on in between episodes, because you've already seen the craft for that before. And we are out of inventory room. Let's go ahead and dump off some stuff that we don't necessarily need. I'm going to say this extra imbuement chamber and the source gems for now we don't need. We're working on create, not ours at the moment. So they're kind of sort of tied together. Okay, mechanical harvesters. We need another 2 of these. What am I missing? Another andesite casing. Strip. Case. And we're already almost out of our andesite alloy, by the way. Lovely stuff. And another mechanical harvester. Okay. Outside of that, the only other thing that we're going to need is the portable storage interfaces. We're going to need 2 of these. And I have 2 andesite casings. Perfect. And 2 chutes. All right. Now all I need is a barrel and a sleepy. Kidding me? Is it like it's just raining? Figures. It's always raining in the world of the Andrata. It's always raining. I want barrels, not chests, because barrels don't matter if there's something above it, and it's just easier to work with a barrel than it is to work with a chest. However, what I don't have is barrels available to me. I don't have any like just floating around. And in order to make this sophisticated barrel, which do I need a sophisticated barrel? Oh, come on. Maybe. Yeah, let's go. We'll go the sophisticated round. It's always best. We have the redstone. It's not that big of a deal. And we'll do this. Really, buddy? Barrel. What is your recipe? 33111. Okay. I did this before. These planks drive me nuts, man. For making all this stuff, I don't like not having like regular planks. Just can you convert like over to like oak, please? And it was working. This worked before because obviously I made all these barrels and stuff. You know what? I need to just make a regular barrel. That's what it is. Make a regular barrel, and then I can convert it over to. That's what I did. And then I had to convert it over to the sophisticated barrel, and I would like to not use the archwood, please. Go away. That's what it is. It's been a little bit, okay? It's been a little bit since I played. Sophisticated. I need the upgrade, please. Upgrade? Yeah, what are you? 1, 2. Okay. There we go. Barrels upgraded. And let's clean up a little bit of inventory because we're going to have a little bit more. We're going to have some stuff that we're going to have to build with and everything. And I don't want all this junk in here. Let's go ahead and upgrade these two annoyingly to the correct tier. Goodness gracious. That's a really roundabout way of having to do that, but it works. So I'm not going to complain terribly too much. Let's hopefully, can we sleep this rain away? I really don't want to work in the rain. I'm already sick. I don't need to get even more sick. But I guess working in the rain is what we're going to do. Okay. So what we need to do is get our farm set up, right? So eventually, we're going to hoe or till all this land and everything, plant some wheat, plant some potatoes, plant some carrots and all that good stuff. But we need to get our infrastructure set up first. So what we're going to do is right down here, we are going to place our magma block. And I believe I spaced this out correctly. Ideally, I did not want to fall down there, but that's okay. I'm just going to take damage from this until I get my encased fan set up on it. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, so the encased fan is going to sit like so. We are going to rotate this bad boy by not doing that. I need to pick it back up, please. And I need to shift click it down. And that's exactly how we want it to look, right? We want the fan portion to be at the bottom, and we want the shaft part to be on top. I am going to go ahead and break this water source here, just so I can get down here, and then we can re-waterlog that, and we'll be okay. Because we need to get our lever on the bottom of this, so that way we can turn it on. And if we turn it on, we should see rotation. Yes. Huh. Should see rotation. Interesting. Where's my lever? Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Yeah, this should rotate. Let me out. Do I need to put the mechanical bearing on there? Did things change? This is the problem with going from pack to pack version. Things tend to change on you and you don't notice. Multiple uses. It can be used to generate a low amount of rotational energy if it's placed above a heat source like lava. It can also be used to push items and entities if you spin it. The arrow will show you the direction it's facing, and the rotation direction will determine if it pushes or pulls. Yes. Okay, cool. Do you not work with a magma block anymore? Are you wanting full heat like lava? Can I sleep now? Can I get rid of this rain? If that's the case, we can go get a bucket of lava. There's lava downstairs. It's not that big of a deal. I just normally that's the way it works. All right, let me go get a bucket of lava. Let's see if that helps. All right. Well, half hour IRL later, we are back. And it turns out that we can't go do what we were planning on doing. Encased fans in the latest version of Create 0.5.0 no longer allow you to use encased fans as a source of stress. You cannot set up an encased fan over a magma block and expect it to work. Doesn't do it anymore. They do not generate stress units. Not necessarily the biggest fan of that, though I understand why it exists. So you could use it to create super simple and cheesy kind of mechanic-y things like so. But man, it was so nice without having to be able to set up a whole structure for doing stuff. Also, the furnace engine is no longer in Create. So if you're farther along in Create and you want to set up a furnace engine to be able to generate infinite source or infinite stress, basically, it's not infinite, but it's a buku amount. Can't do it anymore. We're gonna have to figure that out as we go later in the pack with Create. But yeah, no more furnace engine, no more encased fans generating power. But anyway, so we're gonna deviate. We're gonna change script here real quick, and we are going to work on setting this up a different way. I've never done it this way before, so it's going to be interesting to see if this actually works. But we're going to set it up as a windmill versus a encased fan setup. So basically what we have here is a radial chassis. Below that is a water source block, so that way all of our crops can be watered and everything. We no longer need to have the 4 around here because we're going to be building positive on the y-axis instead of negative, which means that block can just be water instead of having to be a chassis or whatever. So we're going to have our radial chassis sit here, and we are going to take our mechanical bearing. And you know what? Actually, I don't even know if we need the mechanical bearing now that I think about it. The windmill bearing should be able to do exactly what we need it to do. Right? No. Yeah, we're going to need the mechanical bearing still. Okay, so mechanical bearing is going to sit here because we need to get the stress. We need the stress side of things. So we're going to go ahead and rotate this bad boy to face down so that it's hooked up to this radial chassis. And then I'm going to need to be able to build myself up a little bit. So we use our stone bricks here to do so. So we have our mechanical bearing, and then we're going to get our windmill bearing, and it's going to sit just like so that the stress or the output side is going to be facing into the mechanical bearing's input side. And then we're going to have everything sit here. On top of the windmill bearing, we're going to set an andesite casing, and we're going to build ourselves up again one more time. And then we're just going to kind of build around for the moment until I can, until we finish and I can tear this whole structure down. So let's go ahead and do something like so. Bam. So we have our andesite casing sitting here, and then what we want to do is get our sails set up. So we're going to go ahead and do so like this. Nice thing with Create is that it has this fancy pants this GUI so that you can, build up without having to actually scale up, which is great if you do it the correct way. Break that. Don't break that. That happened to me last time too, because I actually tested this out earlier to make sure that this was going to work. And what was it that I broke? It was the andesite casing. I also need to sleep. Oh my goodness. Again, pack updates, new MODPACK version, new Minecraft version. Things are going to change, but we're going to roll with it as we go. This is why we play the new packs and stuff like that, so we can figure these things out. So what we want to do is go ahead now and break up all this stone bricks, and that should be valid, right? There is a windmill. It is going to windmill it up. All we have to do is right click our windmill bearing here with an empty hand, and it should start rotating. Perfect. And some of our sails are facing the wrong direction, and it will bother me. Honestly, they're facing the wrong direction completely for the no, that's actually correct. Okay. I was going to say they're facing the wrong direction for actual like science, but nope. Nope. Let's do it from this side, I guess. There we go. Bam. Okay. Now they rotate. They're all rotating in the correct direction. And as you can see, our radial chassis down here is rotating, which is what we needed to have happen. So we now have rotational power back into our system. And it's actually, to be honest, this is easier to turn on and off than the encased fan setup was, because all I got to do is click here. So now that we have our radial chassis set up, we can go ahead and get our linear chassis going. So let's go ahead and get in our offhand, our super glue, and we're going to go ahead and place these down. Now, you don't necessarily need to super glue your linear chassis together, and actually these all face to the wrong direction. So I need to go ahead and remove those. Let's just go ahead and super glue this. Oh, that's an it's got a new wire framing. Okay, so linear chassis is all linked together. So if we do this and hit this with an empty hand, our linear chassis are going to all start rotating. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. So our rotational direction is this way. So we need to go ahead and get our harvesters set up in the front of this. So if we go ahead and place these down like so, and now we right click this with our empty hand, we'll see, bam, there we go. Harvesters are moving, and technically that's all you really need for the farm. However, we want to be able to pick up our items. We want to be able to manipulate them and get them moving and dumped out to where they need to be. So we're going to let this rotate around until it comes back over here, and we're going to set up the rest of our structure. Now, it's not the fastest in the world. It's actually slower than what an encased fan setup would have been. An encased fan works actually quite a bit faster than this, but it's okay. It works. It's doing its thing. I don't have the goggles, so I can't see how many stress units we're generating out of this, but we'll, eventually we'll get there. And we can speed this up too with, if we wanted to do the whole gear thing and gear shift and all that, but it's not that big of a deal right now. So what we want to do is get ourselves our portable storage interface, and again, our super glue, and we're going to go ahead and place this here. And then we're going to get one of our new barrels, and we're going to place this here. So items can get picked up, go into the barrel, and then our portable storage interface will handle the exports. And the way that these portable storage interfaces work is that they kiss with a companion interface, right? So if we place this here, you have to have a 1 block gap in between. But if we take our second portable storage interface and place it here, and can I rotate this? I'm sure I could, but like that. So what's going to happen is these two, as this passes through, this one's going to kiss this one, and it's going to pass items along through it. If we set up a chute and set that chute to go into a chest or barrel, the items will flow through the barrel and go into this. And if you right click your chute with a wrench from Create, you can make it clear so you can see the items go through. Not the most friendly on servers and everything, but since we're single player, we're okay. And that's basically all we have to do for our farm. So if we go ahead and do this, look, they kiss. Any items that would have came through would have passed through into our barrel, and we're good to go. And this is an automated farm. It will literally just run forever, keep going around in circles, picking up any items that we have. So now if we take our agronomic source link and we set this bad boy up here, and we set our source jars up, 1, 2, and we can get a third one there, but for symmetry purposes, we're going to leave it like so. Let's go ahead and get some torches set up here. Bam, bam. And that's fine. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the only one that doesn't have a torch. There we go. You got a torch on your head. And there we go. That's a basic farm. So all we got to do now is get a hoe and plant, and the thing will do its thing. So let's go ahead and pop home. We're going to grab some of our plants. So let's get some wheat seeds for sure. Do we want to do... Let's see, wheat. What about flax? Flax gets a string. I don't know how that grows. Inferium, sure. Do we have any potatoes in here? We do. We have 2 potatoes. How about some carrots? I would love some carrots, so that way I can work on getting the golden carrot thing. No carrots available to us just yet. That's okay. I'm sure we can find carrots somewhere. Just trying to see if there's anything else that we would want to have planted at the moment. Industrial hemp. No, industrial hemp can't be farmed with this setup as it is right now. Industrial hemp grows up two block spaces high, so we would have to actually raise this up one. But okay, so now, and I need a hoe, which I don't actually have one. Or did I have one? I don't know. Okay, so now we can go out here, we can till up all the land, and then we can plant, and then we'll start generating source. And you'll see the source jars start filling up as we go. But yeah, it's a basic, simple farm. Nothing crazy. Not the fastest in the world, but again, like I said, it's free. Well, not free, but it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's easy, I guess it's easy. Yeah, it doesn't require a lot of resources is what I'm saying, and you don't have to do any manual planting or anything like that, or manual farming. It'll automatically harvest. It's a soft harvest, so it'll pick everything up for you and everything gets replanted. And look, there we go. This has already started growing, and we have source already pushed out to our source jars over here. So if you take a look in here, one of these guys should have a little bit of source. Look, that purpley stuff, that's source. Not very much. It's still 0% full, but over time, I'll let this run so that these things can grow. And what we're going to generate source, and we're going to be generating food for us mainly right now, and you know, any plants and stuff that we're going to need. But the reason that we wanted to set this source up is so that we can work on getting some more of these glyphs that require me to make these like earth essences and stuff, which require 2,000 source available to us. We have everything else available. We have the rice or any kind of seed. We have dirt, we have iron, source gems, but we don't have any of the source in order to be able to do this. Our extra imbuement chamber will have come sit over here, and that'll be what fuels all this. We are going to need to make some pedestals from ours. Pedestals, so we can actually do the crafting and everything. But yeah, I think this is going to work great for us. And then for a tree farm, some setup is extremely similar to this, in which we have, you know, all this going on. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to make it work with the windmill instead. And we're going to set up deployers so it can plant the trees automatically for us. But the process is extremely similar to how we are here. Yeah, 0% full. It's going. It'll go. Slowly but surely. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Like I said, things are going to change. New version of Minecraft, updated mods and everything. Like I know Mechanism's version, Mechanism just came out with an update, though I think that's for 1.19. But there's changes with that whenever we get around to that and everything. So, yeah, just things that we got to pay attention to. It's going to take a new mindset change and things like that as we go forward. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good